Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy, comedian Romeo Mac, here for another episode of Comedy Commentary. Today, I got a special guest joined by Eryk, your boy, Anders, and I got my man's KK from Totally Blitz podcast to help me out, you know what I'm saying? So, fellas, what's going on?
Man, just kicking it. Just picking up my son from football practice. So, yeah, just
Oh,
kicking it.
oh, okay. It's in the bloodline. It's in the bloodline.
There you go. It's a vibe out here, man. We out here fresh out of UFC Nashville. That was a vibe. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to on the card next weekend. So like it's just a vibe right now. Summer is ending perfectly.
yeah. Well, Mr. Anders, you know what I'm saying? We got some questions for you, Just want
Run it.
to, go over a few things just in case people don't know. Like, I just recently found out because only sport I watch is UFC. Like, my mom, she wasn't like,
Yeah, yeah,
she was like, y'all could play, but like we ain't watch it because I was raised. My mom ain't watch sports. She watched Michael Jordan. After that, it was no sports. I was like, oh shit,
yeah.
my man played football. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I was like, so how was that? Like, I see y'all won a championship, and how was that from going from football to MMA? Because I see a few guys doing that, but
Um,
you're successful with it.
yeah. I don't know like anybody else's path. Like I don't know Greg Hardy's path or Brandon Schwab's path.
Right.
Uh, uh, Reyes. Damn, what's his name? Dominic Reyes. There's Schmellenberger. There's a few guys who play football that
Yeah.
didn't work out in the NFL or whatever. So they they found something else to do.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks that I just quit playing football to what's going on, man? Everybody thinks that I just quit playing football to fight, and that couldn't be further from the case. There was about a 2-year gap in between, and I just found myself like frustrated, bored, doing a lot of the wrong things. So I just needed something to like go blow off some steam. So
Right.
started doing jujitsu. Um,
Oh, that was your first martial art you attempted?
Yeah, but I didn't do it long before I started fighting, before I
Yeah.
started like training to fight or whatever. Maybe like a week, and then I was like, this is cool, but man, I think I could fight. And so I just went, trained, got beat up, and fell in love with it.
Yeah. No, I understand because
Yeah,
I,
but I'm gonna do this, and then we'll go.
I joined up in jujitsu like I think 2019 or 2020. I did it for a few months at a good jujitsu school, but I was like, yeah, I want to strike and do all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I'm at an American Top Team now, and I love it. Even the getting beat up, all that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
part of the game, man.
yeah. So I hopefully this time next year I have an amateur fight under my belt. You know, and I better beat that motherfucker ass. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
that's real.
Let's see.
so
But
oh, go ahead, KK.
I was gonna say, but like you can say like you played football, like that's nonchalant. Like I played football, I played little league. Like you went to Alabama, like you was
Right.
really your last game was a national championship. Like how was that experience, and like what era of Alabama were you there for, and like how was that experience of going to such like a top tier school when it comes to football?
Um, yeah, I mean, football's cool, but for me, it's like so long ago. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So, it's like been there, done that kind of thing. And I'm
right,
sure
right.
like fighting in the UFC, years after I'm done, I'll be like, yeah, I fought in the UFC. And I'll say it just like, I said that I played football, just because it's so
Mm,
long ago.
right.
It's like, I don't think it like defined me. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
went and found something else. So, it's like, it's just a chapter in the book.
That's a
Okay.
vibe. That's fine.
So from football, you went to Bellator, right? And then the LFA.
Yeah, I fought, I think like 6 times. But first I had like 24 amateur fights, then
Yeah.
I had like 6 professional fights. Then I fought for Bellator. Then uh,
Undefeated,
I don't
right?
remember I don't know. Yeah, I fought for Bellator once, LFA twice, and then I got in the UFC at 8-0, and
Yeah.
then won my first 2 fights.
And then you got in on a short notice, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like 10 days notice or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he knocked dude out too, which is great because a lot of these guys they get on short notice, and sometimes I feel bad for them. I'm like, I know they trying to get in, but damn, they getting fed to the wolves right now. But not you. You showed
Well,
out.
I think my half Natal, he was in the top 10, but he was a little bit older. I think he was like 36, 37, something like that whenever I fought him. Um, so yeah, like the timing is everything. It was perfect for me.
Yeah. Well, for someone that
Nice.
started in jiu-jitsu, you got a lot of knockouts, man. You out there putting them boys
Uh,
out, yo.
yeah, I the striking is my thing. You know what I mean? Like wrestling is cool, jujitsu is cool, but like you know, from my personality standpoint, from fighting standpoint,
Hmm.
I like to stand and throw them things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. And then right now, you're still out on injury, right?
yeah. I just had foot surgery on Monday, so I'm not even a week removed from surgery. So I just I'd be chilling at the house
Wait,
and watching football practice. This
wait.
this the homie Israel right here.
Yo, what's going
What's up,
on,
man?
Israel? How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Say
So,
what?
so when we seen you in Nashville, you was doing all that walking before with the injury.
Well, dude, this is the thing. Like, I heard it before my last fight, and then they told me that I would be, uh, it's like a 6 month recovery. So I didn't want to ruin my summer with the boys. Like,
Right.
we did a road trip. We hit like Myrtle Beach, DC, Philly, Boston, New York, and ended in Nashville.
Okay.
And it'd be really hard.
Nice.
It'd be really hard to do that with my foot in a cast.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, that's good. Yeah, I can tell you weren't limping or nothing.
I had a little hitch in my step. You
Right,
know.
right.
Nah, but back to the knockouts. Like, what is? I've seen some dudes get knocked out in the streets, and like we do go crazy when it. But what's the experience like being when you just knock somebody out, especially like after a fight camp, after
Mm.
training, after really focusing and honing in? What is that experience like?
Like your first time.
Oh, dude, there's really nothing like it. I've done a lot of things. Like jumped off of roofs into pools, and played football and bungee jumping. Like did a lot of things, but nothing quite can quite simulate that feeling you get after a fight when you knock somebody out. You touched that in the back.
Okay, that must be exhilarating. And then you cut your foot with a chainsaw.
Yeah, dude. This right foot is taking so much damage. I've torn that Achilles. I hit it with a chainsaw. Just had foot surgery. Yeah, like this right foot, you know, I don't know what it is. It's just cursed.
Whoa! How'd you? If you don't mind me asking, like, how did the chainsaw the foot? Like, how did they even get in the same area? Like, what happened?
I was cutting down a tree, and like the tree like kind of like fell into the blade and pinched it. So I thought if I like pushed up on the tree with my other hand, like the chainsaw would like keep cutting through the tree.
Mhm.
But like when I like pushed up on the tree and let the chainsaw go, it like kind of like jumped off the tree, and like the tip landed in the ground, and like the middle part of the thing like bounced off my foot. And I didn't even know I did it. And like I like and all this is like in a split second. Like it hit my foot, and then I was like, damn, that that shit just hit my foot. And I looked down, my shoe was all mangled. I took off my shoe, like my sock was gone, and like all I could see was white, and then all like the like blood just like started oozing out and pouring out like lava. So I
Oh
just
wow!
went to the ER, and I was like, yo,
And,
if you don't mind,
and you
fix my shit.
and you drove yourself, right?
I drove myself to the hospital. Yeah,
That's
yep.
wild.
Oh,
That is
he's a
wild.
different breed. That's fine.
So, what are you gonna be? You said you'll be out for 6 months.
I don't know. I don't know. I think when they give you those those comeback dates, they overestimate. So I've always like been one to kind of like push the envelope when it comes to like recovery and starting to train again and things like that. So
Right.
we'll see. It'll be a few months for sure though, because they put the screws in, and on Monday or on the 22nd, I have to go back and they'll take the stuff out and then put it in actually in a hard cast. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, the road is long.
Yeah. Well, not not that you could see that far into the future, but are you eyeing somebody for your return in particular?
I like that Jamie Pickett fight. Um, he's fighting this weekend, so who knows what happens with that and what his timeline is, or if our timelines will ever match up. But that's definitely a fight that I like. Two big, strong lefties in there, who like to thump. So we'll see what's up.
I was thinking, I was like, I'd like to see you fight, Bo Nickel or Kevin Holland, because he going back up to 185, right?
Is it?
Yeah, after his last
I
fight.
don't know, but man, they try to put like the popular fighters with popular fighters so that it sells or whatever. So I'm not sure, like on the popularity uh, standpoint, I'm on his level. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, shit, not to me, because I like you from fighting. I didn't know you from football, but I also loved you in Cobra Kai. That's my shit, yo.
Yeah,
Man, I'm watching Cobra Kai. I was like, yo, there goes my man Eryk Anders, dog. I'm like, there's no fucking way he's about to lose to fucking Johnny Lawrence, yo.
yeah, he got me. He got me.
Yeah, with
They
the
double teamed me, boy, but
yeah,
it's
with the
whatever.
with the pepper in the eye. I was like, man, this is some bull.
Yeah,
They got you and Tyron Woodley. I was like, y'all just gonna cut Woodley's finger off like that? That's how we feel. We just cutting thumbs
yeah.
off and stuff. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, oh yeah, I love Cobra Kai. I watch that shit every night. I done rewatched that season about 7 times. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
They shoot Cobra Kai not too far from where you stay, right? Right, Romeo?
And
yeah.
yeah, in
In Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah. They shoot in Atlanta downtown, about maybe 20 minutes from me.
Nice. What was the process of like? What was that process of getting into that? And how do you feel about acting?
Man, I have a newfound respect for actors because that one scene that I'm in. That's 24 hours of shooting, on top of a week before, for to rehearse the stuff, and so it's only
Yeah.
like a minute and a half of
Right.
actually me. So I was like, yo, like we must have did that scene 100 times, and then we finally got it right. I thought I was done, man. I took a seat, man. I was ready to clock out. I was tired, and then all right, we're gonna flip the cameras and do the same thing, but from the other angle. And I was like,
Oh
no
wow.
way, no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool though. I enjoy stepping out of my comfort zone, and expanding my horizons and trying different things to see how it works, So I had a great time. I'll do it again. So, yeah.
Yeah. Would
I was
you
about to say,
would you consider, like, once you're done, like, like an exit strategy or exit plan, would you consider acting? Because I don't know if anyone's ever told you. I mean, you look you look like you could be brothers with Amari Hardwick, the guy that plays Ghost. Y'all could be brothers and
Yeah, I
cousins.
mean, look, yeah, dude, if the door opens up, then yeah, I'm gonna walk through it, of course, because I'm gonna have to do something. So, we'll see.
You got to holler at 50 Cent when they put that new season out. You could be Ghost brother that come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, I just got out the pen,
Yeah.
Now I'm mad. I
This
took
shit.
a charge, and
Right.
I said, ain't no one help me.
He was like, I didn't know I had an uncle. He's like, yeah, it's me. Spirit.
Yeah, Ghost Phantom.
Phantom. That go hard now. Phantom go hard. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, yeah. If I can make it happen, of course. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Well, you definitely got to look for it. Um.
Yeah, really.
So, like, growing up, were you into martial arts? Like, just watching it, like favorite martial arts movies, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, dude. I'm like an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I know he's not like a martial artist, but I've seen all the Van Damme movies and things like that. But yeah, I got like JV level experience. I always fought a lot, like my friends and people in the streets, and I even used to carry around a pair of boxing gloves in high school, and every time we'd be playing pickup basketball and like people start arguing and fussing, I'd be like, yo, glove up. You know what
glove.
I'm saying? So
Yeah. Nah, I feel on that. When I went to Nashville, we was in the Airbnb. I asked KK, I was like, should I bring my gloves? Like, should I bring my gloves? I was like, I don't know if they horseplay around when they get drunk, but I do,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I think like fighters when they're not training or whatever, because that's what their life is. That's what they do every day. Like I
Yeah.
think they just kind of want to leave it in the gym. At least I do, anyways.
Right. Oh, yeah. I was ready I was going to chill, but then I got challenged. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Oh
Yeah.
nah. Yeah, when you
You
get
got
when
to
those
defend your honor, you know.
Yeah.
Motherfucker
hold
step,
down.
you got to run it.
Yeah, he was a giant man too, but that didn't stop me. He got slept in what, 2 minutes, 90 seconds?
Well, you actually got in a fight?
Nah. We were just grappling. You know, after we had left the strip, you know, we just went back to the crib and we was just all turned off. You know, the UFC energy and all that shit. So we was just doing a little grappling in the house. And I was chilling at first, but then they was like, "Come on." I was like, "Yeah, all right, man. If y'all want to go, we could go." But then
Man,
he was so big, I was like, you know what? This gonna be fun. Get your ass over here. Cause on the way up there, I was explaining to KK and stuff. He's like, oh, what's your favorite, like, you know, jujitsu move? I was like, yo, I love a Darce and I love a Kimura. You know what I'm saying? I could throw those real quick. But I was like, the key to some good jujitsu is knee on belly. He's like, yo, what's that? I was like, that's exactly, it feels like exactly what it's called, knee on belly. You can't breathe. So once I got his big ass on the floor, I was like, KK, look, knee on belly. And then from there, I just
Terrible
went
position.
to, from there, I went to full mount, and then I just finished him with a arm triangle.
nah. See, he's downplaying it. Like
Well, I
we
was.
had a full, we had a full fight card in the house after we got back from the strip that night. A full fight card. I mean, everything was going. It all started with somebody was handing out leg kicks for free. So
Yeah.
somebody was like, somebody. Then they started checking the leg kicks, and after that, it was just like, all right, everybody getting called out. And I used to wrestle, so like I'm over here taking down, doing everything. But then I realized, like, I watch all this MMA, but don't know a single submission. So we just over here looking crazy. Romeo's over here trying to coach.
I'm trying to coach him. I'm like, yo, put your leg on this side. You got it, man. Go to the
I'm like,
left.
I think everybody should train.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. Like, starting from kids, like my daughter, that's one of the main reasons I got in it, because I was like, I don't know if I could afford for both of us to do this, but I know if one of us do this, I could teach it to her, and then hopefully by the time, you know, she get a little older, you know, my paper will be a little better as she gets in it, because I think all females for sure definitely need to train jujitsu specifically.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because you can fight off your back, and I'm like, you know, some guys get aggressive and this, that, and third. I'm like, trust, man, if you don't know jujitsu, it's very easy to choke someone out that don't know. So I'm even if you're a girl, because I remember when I first started, I was rolling with some girl. She was kicking my ass, and she did it so good, I wasn't even ashamed. I was like, she's good. She kick anybody ass in this gym. You know?
Well, even from like a dude standpoint, it kind of teaches you to like remove your ego from the equation, because that kind of shit happen. That should make you sad.
Yeah. But yeah, a nice little it checked me. I became humble.
That's real. So coming from both of you guys, so like I don't know no submissions, I don't know none of that. I'm actually talking with trying to finesse like a little bit of a discount for the dojo in my city. But like, what is it? What is it like training jiu-jitsu? What are the practices? Because a lot of people tell me the warm-ups might kill you if you don't come in with the right focus.
I mean, I think with jiu-jitsu, you just have to get comfortable being uncomfortable, because, you know, like he said, there might be like a 110-pound girl that fucks you up, especially when you first start, or there might be like a 300-pound dude who's sitting on your chest. So that ain't gonna, you know, feel good. But, you know, you kind of get used to it and like learn to like process and, you know, get out of it. And, you know what I mean? So I think it's good for everybody.
Yeah, I like it because like I've always been good in school. So once I got into jiu-jitsu, I was like, oh, you don't have to be like some big brute. You just kind of have to be smart and master the technique. Like the technique is very important, because if you're doing something and you're not really close up on them, they'll shrimp out real quick. And next thing you know, you in the omoplata. I'm like, So technique is very important when it comes to doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
But what of a quote from one of your octagon? I think it was when you beat Kyle Doctus. I can't remember where I got this quote from, but it was, you said, "I'm pretty, but my fighting style is ugly," and I was like, "Oh, that's fire." Could you elaborate on that a little more?
Yeah, you know, I'm not ugly. I'm handsome. You know what I mean? Probably the best looking dude in the UFC. But like when I try and fight pretty, I be getting fucked up. You know what I mean? So like I'm a dog, so I gotta go in there and be a dog. You know what I mean? And I like stand toe to toe, and let the hands ride, and go fight. Almost a brawl. You know what I mean? So like I just gotta be me. Like it's two different people outside. Like I'm cool, like outside. You know what I mean? Like chilling. Like I'm on ice. You know what I'm saying? But when I fight, like I need to like fight possessed. You know what I mean? So it just works out better like that.
Oh, that's fine. That's inspirational, low key. I gotta say, bring that same energy when I get back in the gym because the semester starts next week. So it's like, yeah, bro, you can look all pretty and stuff. Come with your fit on. Maybe talk to a couple hoes in the gym, but get that work in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you're very calm. Like when we had seen you, I was like, man, this guy's just cool. Like he ain't worried. He like, hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'll take a picture. Yeah, sure, no problem. Hey, we're doing a thing. Yeah, let me know. I respond to everything. I was like, all right, man, we gonna call him on his stuff. And you sure enough, I was like, yo, he kept it real, man. He kept it real.
Yeah, man. Much respect.
Yeah, no doubt. But shit, guys, I gotta get little homie home and fed and showered. You know, he just came from football practice and he a teenager, so
Yo, yeah, we know. I know how it
he
is.
raw.
Well, I appreciate you, taking the time out your day, getting this stuff done, and I hope you got a speedy recovery, and can't wait to see you back in the octagon, man.
Hey, appreciate you, fellas. Anytime.
No
For sure,
problem.
for sure.
All right,
Y'all have a
man.
good one.
You and your little man, y'all have a good one.
All right, take care.
All right, later.
Yes, sir.